Hey, we back. I'm here on Discord, and today we're talking about Nitro, talking about this new Nitro that they've added, Nitro Basic, which is, new. I'm a little late with this one, well, a few days anyway. Nitro Basic was released in the last big update that Discord had. I say big, it was like reasonably sized update, and it's basically a lesser version of regular Nitro. Now you may think, but a lesser version of regular Nitro? Wasn't that just Classic? And yes, you are correct. So Classic Nitro was the original Nitro. Back when Discord first added Nitro, that was the Nitro. And then when they got the free games pass and then eventually swapped that out for boosting, that was put onto proper Nitro, quote unquote, which cost twice as much. So this is the Nitro that people are probably used to now. We have the $10 a month Nitro. And that comes with all these benefits and other stuff. We'll get into that in a minute. But now we have Basic, which is basically replacing Classic Nitro. Now you may notice it's a fair bit less. Classic Nitro was $5 per month, and Basic Nitro is only $3 per month. So, presumably, it has a couple less features than Classic. We will get into explaining that in a second also, because it's not entirely true. And then, yeah, basically they're removing Classic, as you can see up here, which, handily, I am a Classic subscriber, so we get this message. Nitro Classic is no longer available for new purchases. As an existing Classic subscriber, you can keep your plan as long as your renewal is successful. So, if you already have Nitro Classic, and you have a repeatedly renewing buying of it, then you can keep on Classic if you want. Of course, if you do want to go onto Basic or regular Nitro, you can. Personally, my Classic subscription renewed yesterday, so I'm going to be sticking with it for now, at least until it next renews, because there's no reason for me not to. Eventually I may go on to Basic, and I'm not planning on going up to regular Nitro. But what we want to talk about really is what's the new stuff? What does Nitro Classic actually add, right? So if I just flip over to Chrome here, you will see we have, this is the Nitro Classic stuff I've got up. Here's the Nitro against Nitro Basic. So basically, can I keep saying basically? Nitro Basic gets the custom emojis. It also gets custom stickers, bigger file sharing. I think default file sharing is 8 megabytes. So up to 50 is pretty big. Up to 100 is not a huge increase on 50. We get the Nitro badge on your profile, which I'm sure you're all used to, and custom video backgrounds. Video backgrounds being like when you're in VC, if you have you can have like a video background on the VC channel. Not major. And that's all it comes with, just this stuff here. However, if we then do flip over to Classic, what we discover is that actually it's pretty similar. So Classic gets profile customization, as in animated avatar, custom tag, and Nitro badge. 30% off boost purchases, but honestly, wouldn't bother with those. Just get regular Nitro if you want boosts. Custom and animated emoji, bigger file uploads. This is the same as Nitro Basic. And also screen share up to a higher amount. We've got the HD streaming here. Regular Nitro can go up to 4K. It looks like Nitro Basic gets no benefit on that at all. Nitro Classic has, at least 1080p. So there you go. So what we really need to talk about is the difference between Classic and Basic, because actually there is obviously a difference, but it's not necessarily that Classic is better by being more expensive. So Classic comes with the animated avatar, custom tag, and the Nitro badge. Actually, Basic also has a Nitro badge. Doesn't it say that on here somewhere? Nitro badge on your profile. There you go. But the animated avatar and the custom tag is Nitro Classic exclusive, or at least you can get it with regular Nitro as well. You don't get this with Nitro Basic. However, you do not get custom stickers with Nitro Classic. So actually, there's a feature there that Basic has that Classic doesn't. Then Classic also does get the screen share. So what you have to toss up is, do you prefer animated avatar and better screen share? I don't think anyone really cares about the custom tag, to be honest. Or do you prefer the custom stickers everywhere? So personally, I care about the screen share because I do the anime streaming on my server. If you're on my server, you'll know about that. link in the description as always. And currently I am using an animated avatar, so I would be sticking with classic. However, if I decide to stop using an animated avatar at some point, which I do periodically, use a regular one, then I would be tempted to downgrade to basic, because then I get those custom stickers, and it's cheaper. Nitro Classic costs $5, Nitro Basic costs $3, so I would be gaining $2 per month and the custom stickers. Seems exclusively beneficial. But of course, if you don't really care about the custom stickers anywhere and you much prefer the profile customization, then you stick with Nitro Classic. Assuming you have Nitro Classic, of course, you can't buy it if you haven't. Of course, as well, if you wanted to get Nitro Classic and now don't have the opportunity, then you get Basic. Or, regular Nitro. There you go. So that's basically the differences between them. Comparing Nitro Basic and Nitro Classic is a very interesting one, because they are not one exclusively better than the other. So we'll see what happens with that, if people prefer to stick with Basic or prefer to stick with Classic. And then, of course, if you're a regular Nitro subscriber, then nothing has changed for you. You just get your regular Nitro. Now, the next thing that we're going to do in this video is we're going to have a look at this here, because I discovered this video when I was trying to research what Nitro Basic actually was, because, of course, I need to know what it does in order to tell you guys what it does, right? And this was an interesting video. There's a lot of opinions here, personally, that I do not agree with. Some that I do, obviously. And I figured we would give this video a bit of a watch, a bit of a react, because I think there are some excellent points made in this video that you should keep in mind, but I also think that there are some things in this video that are a little misleading. So we're going to give it a quick watch, and I will say some things that might be interesting to you guys. The link to this video also will be in the description if you want to go and have a look at the whole thing yourself.
I see so many kids saying that they need Nitro.
Yeah, this is very true. There are a lot of people that just say that they need Nitro. If you think about it, the main thing that Nitro gives is like emojis everywhere and like maybe boosts if it's proper Nitro. Like you don't need that. Discord servers have emojis. Discord itself has default emojis. Boosts, like other people can boost. Nitro is not mandatory. I will most definitely agree with that. Like, if you want to buy Nitro, go buy Nitro. I bought Nitro, but like, yeah, you don't need Nitro.
As if it's oxygen. Newsflash, Discord is just sipping away your precious savings with Discord Nitro.
Of course, they are making a fair bit of money from it.
Of Nitro Basic.
Worth mentioning, though, that most of Discord's like revenue doesn't come from Nitro. They actually don't make a huge amount of money off Nitro. Of course, the more people buy Nitro, the more money they make. But yeah, most of their revenue doesn't come from Nitro. It comes from other places.
So before
Just
Nitro
saying.
was broken up into two categories, Nitro Classic and Nitro. Nitro Classic was the cheaper option that offered limited benefits at $5 a month, whereas normal Nitro was $10 a month. Now, the $5 a month Nitro Classic is not as crazy as, the $10 a month Nitro, but it's usually a better option for people who don't really care too much about the pointless features of the full price Nitro.
This is generally because they haven't added any features to Nitro Classic. I mean, that's the point of Classic. And in order to encourage people to spend more money, they just keep adding the most random features into the full Nitro. And then, of course, every time they add a feature, someone might go, "Oh, that's a really cool feature. I'm going to upgrade my Nitro," and then Discord gets more money. But yeah, there are a lot of very random features in Discord Nitro in the proper one, and some of them are more useful than you might think. Something like longer messages. A lot of people super undervalue that, but longer messages can be really helpful sometimes, especially when you are trying to get around slow modes. This is something that I've mentioned a lot with regards to Karuta, but on trade ads that have a slow mode, if you can have twice the length of a message, you can advertise selling twice the amount of stuff, and you make twice the money on Karuta. That's pretty nice. Of course, it's a very specific scenario, but like, there is a lot of these features that have very specific scenarios, so that's not bad. But yeah, for the most part, I think you're not going to want most of them. I don't think there's many people out there that would use all of these, and personally, that's why I don't have proper Nitro, because there's just way too much, and it literally costs twice the amount.
You get animated profile pictures, a custom discriminator, a Nitro badge, animated and cross-server emojis. You can increase your upload limit to 50 megabytes.
Hey, look, it is 8. I thought it was 8. I'm smart. I said 8 earlier. Big brain.
Which is still really crap.
Oh yeah, it is still really crap. He's right there. 50 megabytes is not enough. It basically is the difference between being able to upload literally no videos whatsoever and short videos. So like me having Nitro Classic, I could upload like an MP4 that's like a minute, 2 minutes long without any compression, which is pretty nice. But like 1 or 2 minutes long is not long. And like if I want it to be any longer than that, I've got to do some heavy compression on that stuff. So that's kind of annoying. But like if you've got 8 megabytes, like you aren't uploading video, good luck with that. 10 seconds and it's already over the limit. It's ridiculous. So yeah.
Increase screen share up to 1080p and 60 FPS and 30% off Discord boost, which seems like a good deal, but nope. Discord removed it and is replacing it with Nitro Basic. Oh my gosh, what a trash heap. Now, Nitro Basic is literally an even more watered down version of Nitro Classic.
This is the thing that I don't agree with, because Nitro Basic is not a more watered down version of Nitro Classic, because it includes stickers. Stickers is pretty substantial. Being able to use stickers everywhere is basically a slightly worse version of being able to use emotes everywhere. But of course you get the emotes as well. And it's just a toss-up of do you prefer stickers or do you prefer profile pictures, basically. Also, of course, the fact that it's cheaper, it should be a more watered-down version, really. And it is cheaper.
It's exactly like Nitro Classic, but you don't get to change your tag, you don't get higher screen sharing quality, but you do get custom video backgrounds, because I know so many...
Oh, yeah, true. You do get the video backgrounds. Those are useless. Like, no one's going to be using those. But the stickers is what's important. The stickers, this guy, I think, just forgets the stickers are there. Nitro Classic does not get stickers. And for most of this other stuff is better. Also, wait, animated avatar? It said that you didn't get animated avatar. Now I'm going to check that. If animated avatar was included in Nitro Basic, then there would be like no downside to going for Basic. I think this is maybe an outdated photo or something, because this isn't included. But stickers is. That's the important. Stickers is.
Of you use that. Just very generous of Discord. Oh, and guess what? They were debating about removing animated profile pictures. Some people have the option, but it isn't publicly available on the feature list, so, you know, they might remove it, and I honestly think that the Reddit user XHaydenX put it very nicely. No, the $3 one is now just if you feel like giving Discord $3 of your money every month for no reason. You get a little Discord badge.
So, as he's there confirmed, what I was just checking, they were debating removing the animated profiles from Nitro Basic. I don't know if they've done that or not. It's an interesting point, because if they do not remove them, then I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go for Nitro Basic instead, because it has all of the features the Classic has, and it's cheaper, so why not?
They just put it beautifully. So before I get into why Nitro is a waste of money, I just want to explain why Discord is releasing this Nitro Basic feature. Basically, Nitro Classic used to be a pretty good purchase for people that just wanted to get the most commonly used features of Nitros without all the bells and whistles of profile customization and server boosting.
Worth mentioning that before that, it was also the only option. So that's why a lot of people got it, because there was no Nitro.
Since Discord is a greedy corporate business, it wants to make more money. So how do you convince more people to purchase Nitro? Well, you just make a cheaper version of it, and it's more accessible. But why would Discord stop there? So
the way that they convince people to buy more Nitro is by adding more features to Nitro, which is what they've been doing for the last 3 years. Not just by making a cheaper version of it. Admittedly, yes, making a cheaper version of it will make it more accessible, exactly like you said, but also Nitro Classic was already doing that. So, what's changed?
Make more money. And the best way to make more money from Nitro subscribers is to make the more expensive Nitro more appealing. So there's 2 ways of doing that. You can, Discord could release new Nitro features.
Which is what they've been doing. Excessively. Just all over the place. Most Discord updates have new features for Nitro.
But that would take about 30 years. But the other way, now this one's big-brained, the other way Discord could just force people to buy the $10 Nitro is to remove Nitro Classic.
But that doesn't force people to buy the $10 one, because they're not removing Nitro Classic, they're replacing it with Nitro Basic. You can just buy Nitro Basic instead. And as we've discussed, Nitro Basic potentially has the exact same features as Nitro Classic anyway. So, why would you not just buy Basic?
It seems weird, but this is a 100% intentional business decision. Nitro Classic was a great balance between price and functionality, and Nitro Basic offers barely any features for $3.
It offers the exact same features as Nitro Classic, with the exception of the animated server profiles. Profile pictures. The animated profile pictures is the only feature, other than, the streaming quality, which is not much more useful than the video backgrounds, right? And then plus it adds stickers. So, like, I'm just repeating myself here. Let's just move on.
If Discord removed Nitro Classic, then the dynamics really change. You can either get the dumpster fire, no feature Nitro Basic for $3.
No feature Nitro Basic proceeds to list the 6 features that it has that are also the same features as Nitro Classic.
Or you can get normal Nitro with so many features for $10 a month. Oh my gosh, wow. So as you can tell, instead of people buying Nitro Classic and staying there, they're trying to push more people to spend $10 a month. More money, baby. So why is Nitro as a whole a waste of money? Well, to start, I should make it clear that Discord Nitro is one of those things where it kind of varies from person to person.
This is absolutely true. Like, Discord Nitro is not worth buying for everyone. Like, especially if you're not that active on Discord. I think the main point of Discord Nitro is with the emotes. That was like the first Nitro feature. Back before the $10 Nitro existed, and it was just Classic, like pretty much the first feature is you can use emotes everywhere. And people bought it just because of that, because that's really helpful. But if that's not for you, then don't buy it, you know?
So this is very subjective. Some people might think that spending $10 to make your profile look cooler and send emojis is worth it, and some people, like myself, would rather spend $10 on ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you don't want those features, you just don't buy it. Personally, I like the emojis. I don't really care about the profile customization. I certainly don't care about things like activities and stuff. This is why I have Nitro Classic.
Now, the first and primary reason why I believe Discord Nitro is a complete waste of money is that you can actually get a lot of the functional Nitro features for free.
This is true, kind of. So, for example, the more emoji power, you can get that without spending money on Nitro by using something like a bot, like NQN. This relies on the server you're in to have NQN, and also relies on you being happy with NQN sending your messages for you, which you might not be. Admittedly, there's not a huge reason not to be, but like, especially if you want that profile customization, NQN is going to completely remove your profile from the message entirely. So now you're getting even less of that. You don't even get to see like your roles on the messages you send or anything like that. So like, yeah, you can do that, but the main point is it relies on NQN being in the server that you're in, and also NQN being in the server that has the emotes that you want to use, stuff like that. You can also, in general, use plugins for this kind of thing. So, for example, sending longer messages is an excellent example. There is a plugin that I obviously don't have because I don't use Better Discord because it's against the rules. Yeah, there's a plugin that allows you to send, it'll split up your messages, right? So if you want to send a message that's got 4,000 characters and you don't have Nitro, it'll automatically split it into 2 messages. You know what I said earlier about the getting around slow mode with the longer messages? Yeah, that doesn't work because that just... splitting up your message still sends 2 messages and you still get hit by slow mode. So like, you can't always use plugins to get around these things. Plus the fact that, yeah, Better Discord, if you don't realize, that is against Discord TOS. You can get your account banned for using it. So if you're using it to get around these features, then you might just get banned. And it doesn't work as well as having Nitro. So like, yeah, debatable point there, but like, yeah, you can try and get around these things with bots or breaking the TOS.
Just by using alternative methods. I actually have a video on this, and it'll be in the card in the top right, YouTube stuff, but literally a lot of functional Discord Nitro features like sending animated emojis and larger uploads are just, you could do it for free. You're really only paying for the convenience of an all-in-one solution. That's right, you're just paying money so you don't have to do the extra steps I showed in the video. Damn, you're lazy. Now, obviously, if you care about...
Also, maybe you are lazy, but like, also, people pay to be lazy. That's pretty common.
Profile customization a lot, then this point doesn't really make sense to you. But the second reason why I think Discord Nitro is a waste is that I think people really overvalue the profile customization. Not once. I've talked to so many people on Discord, and not once have I looked at someone's Discord profile and said, wow, that's really cool that their profile picture's animated and their background looks really cool. In fact,
I mean, yeah, that's fair. And like you said, it is very much down to the person. You may not enjoy the profile customization and stuff. But I think it's more about like what you want to display yourself as, rather than trying to make people think that you're cool. If you're trying to make people think that you're cool, then you're basically just flexing, and that's not like the most respectable thing ever, really, is it? But if you find a really cool GIF and you just want to represent yourself with it, you can't do that without Nitro. Does that make a difference to you? Not really. That's why I don't bother with it. But like, if you think it does make a difference to you, then, you know. But like, he basically said that anyway, so.
I cringe most of the time when I look at people's profiles.
That's a little harsh, though. I mean, I feel like that's a little harsh.
Now, this could be because I'm old. I'm an old stinky fart. But some people seem to be really attached to having Nitro because of my third reason. And my third reason why I think Discord Nitro is a waste is that people are stuck in the hive mindset of Discord, you know? The Discord mindset of negative 50 IQ. I've seen a lot of users say, oh no, I'm gonna lose my Nitro badge. And
oh yeah, the Nitro badge is hilarious. If you have an account that has some rare badges, Nitro badge, I don't know about that. But like the boosting badge, if you've got a really old boosting badge, or if you've got something like an early supporter badge, you will literally get people DMing you to buy your account so that they can have the badge. It's actually ridiculous, because things like early supporter badge, you can't get that anymore. That's the point. It's an early supporter badge. So people that want that early supporter badge can only get it by buying an old account. So they'll just DM everyone that's got one in order to... It's ridiculous. I don't understand that at all. But yeah, people will pay for the badges, which is hilarious.
Brother in Christ above, that badge literally does not mean
Yeah, it does nothing. The badges do nothing, but people collect them. I don't understand that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there you go.
This shows that you paid $10 a month for multiple months to send emojis on a server that probably already had the emojis you use anyways. So
that point is like a bit like servers, especially without boosts, only get like 50 or is it 100 emojis. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in like 100 servers that all have like 200 emojis just because I joined the biggest public servers. So they've all got boosts, they all have the maximum emoji count, and like I use them, okay? So like that just doesn't work. Admittedly, that's just me, you know? That probably isn't the case for you, but like you can't just dismiss the emoji thing, okay? It's very common that people are just in actually all the public servers and all the emojis.
Honestly, just try spending a month without Nitro, and you'll see how pointless it is. You are spending $120 a year, or $100 if you get their cheap little bundle, to literally send more anime emojis. If I had an extra $120 a year, I'd buy more storage for my PC, or maybe a new mouse or keyboard, literally something that I could actually like use when I'm on my computer, or...
So, like, the whole point of Discord is it's a social media, right? You're trying to express yourself to people on the internet. Having emojis is a good way of expressing yourself. And sometimes the default emojis just don't do it for me. Like I said, that's just me. But, like, having access to a wider variety of emojis, I feel... The whole thing with, like, the face-to-face communication being better, that's not necessarily true if you have the ability to express yourself with any facial expression ever through emojis, you know? Just saying. But like, yeah, also you could just not, and it does cost a lot for you to have it for an extended period of time. I just spend way too much time on Discord, to be honest.
Or hear me out, right? This is some crazy logic here. Spend the extra $10 a month that you would spend on Nitro on your phone plan. Now that's actually some good useful value, because you can use that for Discord, but you can also use it to browse the interwebs, go on YouTube. Alrighty, screw it.
So this is a hilarious point in my opinion, because I'm unusual in the fact that I do not have a phone plan at all, and I'm very happy about that. I have not spent a single cent on my phone, like, ever, because I do not have a phone plan. I do not need one. I just wouldn't use it, and spending £10 a month, dollars, whatever, I'm British, okay? Spending £10 a month on a phone plan would be completely useless to me, and I wouldn't ever do that. But Nitro, I find super useful. So this is a very subjective point, right? Because I think it's safe to say that most people would prefer a better phone plan. But like, clearly not everyone, because I know I wouldn't. I never have used a phone plan, and I am very happy about that. It saves me a lot of money.
It's time to blow your mind about Discord server boosting and why it's scientifically proven to be a waste of your money if you use it for one thing. If you only server boost for the higher audio quality, you are being ripped off by Discord.
So that's entirely possible, and I know that he's going to go into a big description of why that's a point here. And if you do want to see all of that, just watch the video yourself. But also, do any of you watching this know a single person on Discord that boosts just for the audio? Because I sure don't. Who the hell pays £10 a month to boost a server for audio quality? Like, yeah, maybe the audio quality is a ripoff, but that's not what anyone is paying for. They're paying for, like, stickers and emote slots and, like, stuff like that. Custom server banners, I don't know. No one's paying for audio quality on a VC call. The audio quality is mostly dependent on your internet and your microphone. Like, Discord's compression or whatever is not the main factor here, and I don't think anyone is just paying for Nitro in order to get that. So, like, I don't know who that is meant to apply for.
I sharded and I need to go to the bathroom. Hope this information was helpful and you saved some.
And then that's the end of the video. So, conclusions. Like I said before we watched it, there is a lot of points in there that you should keep in mind. There are a lot of things about Nitro that I think are super overvalued, like he said. But there are also a lot of things about Nitro that are useful to some people. And the question of whether you should buy Nitro or not basically comes down to, do you think it would be useful for you? Like, I buy Nitro Classic because I really value the emojis, and I think it's useful to be able to express yourself in more than just text. I also just think it's fun because, you know, I'm here to have fun on Discord. That's the point. And then there's a couple of other nice things, you know, like the animated profile picture and stuff, you know? The higher quality streaming is nice, right? And with Nitro Basic, you don't get all of those features, right? But you're paying less for it. You do get the stickers, which would be really cool. I really want those stickers, to be honest. The stickers is the main thing about regular Nitro that would tempt me into buying it. I have not bought it because I'm not paying an extra $5 a month just for stickers. But, like, that's what I would like, and Nitro Basic has it, so... And it's cheaper. But yeah, like, if you want that stuff, buy Nitro. If you want Nitro Basic, buy Nitro Basic. And, like, you know, do you think it would be helpful to you? Also, with the plugins thing, yeah, don't do that. That is against Discord TOS. You can get your account banned. Like, just don't do it. And with bots, you can use bots to get around some stuff, like NQN, but it's not reliable because you need the bot to be in the server. And unless you are the owner of the server, you don't have access to that. So, yeah, anyway, that's my opinion. All of this is, of course, very, very opinionated. We've heard No Text to Speech's opinion. You've heard my opinion. My opinion is obviously not the most popular one because I'm out here saying things like, why would you ever need a phone plan, idiots? And, like, I know you all are going to disagree with me on that one. So, yeah. Feel free to also give your opinion in the comments. But, yeah, basically, like, buy Discord Nitro if you want Discord Nitro. And if you don't, like, don't, because it is a lot of money, and I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of money on something that you're not going to use, you know, especially when that something is audio quality. Who the hell buys Nitro for audio quality? What? Don't do that. Apparently, it's scientifically proven to be not good. So there you go. Even more reason not to buy it for audio quality. Anyway. I'm going to leave this video here. It did end up being quite long. Hopefully it will be not as long as it took to record. I will edit it down a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!